Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. One of the Golden Bachelorette suitors on the Bear It All for Cancer group date was Mark Anderson. He revealed his daughter's mocking response to his undressing. On the podcast for the Bachelor Happy Hour, the competitor who is a fan favorite also revealed an unexpected secret. Dad of Kelsey Anderson is a major Swiftie, however not to the same extent as Jen Tran. Mark Anderson's daughter trolling him following Golden Bachelorette stripper. Age is irrelevant to sex. In the most recent episode, the Golden Bachelorette conveyed that message. A few of Joan Bassos's suitors were forced to striptease her during a group date. The real-life Chippendales provided guidance to the males. The reality stars witnessed some heart-pumping maneuvers performed by the male professional dancers. But the date was more than simply a fun get-together. The guys participated in the Stand Up to Cancer campaign. However, not everyone enjoys watching older guys striptease on TV, and the men's kids definitely shouldn't watch it. Favorite Golden Bachelorette Mark Anderson shared his daughter's response to the suggestive date on Instagram. The sound of someone saying, Dad, can be heard as the camera pans over to show Mark acting like a fireman. Caitlin Bristow, a guest star, called Kelsey Anderson's father a DILF. I'm not sure, however, I felt like that was a little judgmental, he wrote as the video's caption. Many of his admirers made comments about Kelsey making fun of her dad's striptease. Hee, such a sweet response from Kelsey. Smiling face with smiling eyes. I adore that response. Adorable. You look fantastic, in my opinion. We should always give our children a little parental karma. Is Joey snoring quietly in the background? Daddy's girls, ha 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 ha. Kelsey Anderson explains everything. Kelsey Anderson defended her response in the comments section. However, she wasn't responding. She disclosed that her sister was the one making their father sound humiliated. PSA, this is my sister Jordan, my dad has other kids, hee. The idea of their fathers being Chippendale dancers unsettled many people than just the Anderson children. Pascal Ibgui described his daughter's appalled response. Is it any wonder that Mark Anderson's daughter was a little shocked to witness her father get stripped on national television? If your dad was out on a seductive date with the Golden Bachelorette, how would you feel? Post your thoughts in the comments section. Keep an eye on Mark Anderson's journey, and if he falls in love with Joan Bassos by tuning into the Golden Bachelorette on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. The Magnificent Lone Ranger's etching. Although Anderson is the front-runner to unseat Jerry Turner as the splendid single, there are indications that he may end up being just as much of a monumental heartbreaker. When 58-year-old Engraving made an appearance on Joey Graziadei's season of The Solitary Officer, fans fell in love with him. When Joey's girlfriend, 25-year-old Kelsey Anderson, came her home to meet her family for a reunion in her former neighborhood, Mark made his on-screen debut. After Joey's final rose was won by Kelsey, the two got ready to get married, elevating Engraving to the rank of lone individual country power. When fans found out that Engraving would be one among the 24 guys vying for Joan Bassos' affections on the splendid Single Ladies Season 1, they became very enthusiastic. As the season reaches its peak and Joan and Engraving become closer, there are now a number of guys she is also interested in, including 66-year-old trauma center expert Individual Gansert and 60-year-old security pioneer Chalk Chappell. Assuming Engraving chooses one of the guys, she will be left unmarried and available for the splendid Solitary Officer Season 2. Fans may find Engravings to be as horrible as Jerry seemed to be, depending on what they need. The former member of the Furnished Force is not only tall and charismatic, but he is also full of life and knows how to have a good time. In a Season 1 episode of The Splendid Single Lady, Engraving dressed as a shark and made connections with a number of men. It was a unique portrayal of Engraving's flamboyant, clownish personality. It's wonderful that Mark shared a photo of himself on Instagram of him moving at the unfastened male nation while dressed like a shark. Many ladies wouldn't need much more than Mark to get to know the destitute single parent because he is the entire package and an incredible catch. He is going to break the hearts of a lot of ladies if he gets hired as the splendid solitary officer. Engraving's caption analyzes the photo, which has 3.3k likes, saying, "It's Shark Week on the splendid single young lady." Engraving was a poor father of 5 long before he made an appearance in Joey's season of The Solitary Individual and became a cast member of the splendid single young lady season 1. Kelsey, who was dating Joey in season 28 of The Solitary Officer, frequently discussed her father. Given that he was frequently out at work, she realized that they weren't as close when she was a child, but things changed once her mother passed away. In an effort to explore his touching tale with Kelsey's mother, Denise Anderson, Mark gave Joey and Kelsey a collection of photos. Before Denise passed away in 2018, they were married for 18 happy years. Even though it has been 6 years, Engraving will probably never fully move on from his late friend. Engraving discussed with Joan in a different episode of the splendid Unfastened Female Season 1 how Denise will always be a part of his life, just like Joan's late partner John Bassos would always be. Engraving will leave a trail of broken hearts if he embarks on the splendid solitary officer quest before he has moved on from his deceased partner. In any case, Engraving appears to be an unfathomable person now. He used to be a rare man, but he changed and became a single man who led the nation. A look back at Jerry in the first season of The Splendid Solitary Officer is the best example of the quirk. As soon as ABC announced that Jerry would be the main male lead for The Unfastened, more established single women from all across the nation poured into the ABC Extension office with applications. Jerry and Teresa hurriedly jumped into marriage after spending a few months getting ready for it, and they quickly divorced after just 3 months. In any case, the septuagenarian couple had a high level of trust, and Jerry might have been more interested in seeking out distinction than in obtaining comfort. Changing into the magnificent Engraving may become more like Jerry with just one person. It's beginning to seem like he's not in no time, trying to win over the magnificent lone wolfess, given how much Joan seems to prefer other men over Engraving. Engraving's primary explanation for Joan's season may have to do with the fact that producers are able to hire him to play the splendid independent. Engraving will probably replace Jerry as the splendid solitary officer's next lead since promotions have started to ask single women to apply for the second season of the popular show. Mark only needs to glance at his young lady to understand how an independent person's country looks can be leveraged into financial success. Joey and Kelsey have become irrefutable internet distraction powers with enormous followings since departing the single-person season 28. As of right now, Mark has 23k followers on his Instagram account, but it is expanding quickly. If Engraving is hired as the splendid single person after failing to convince Joan on the splendid solitary wolfess season 1, it could cause a major setback for several women.